What's going on? It's Fight Season MMA, and today I want to talk about what the UFC should do with UFC welterweight and fought his last fight at middleweight, Kamaru Usman. What should be next for him, and what he should do in the future in the UFC organization. Okay, so as we know, Kamaru Usman last fought at UFC 294 versus Khamzat Chimaev on middleweight on 10 days' notice, and that fight didn't go as planned. Khamzat Chimaev ended up getting the win over Kamaru Usman. But if we backtrack a little bit, Kamaru Usman is on a 3-fight losing streak, but he did have that 14-fight winning streak at welterweight, where he was the champion, where he defended the belt 5 different times between the likes of Colby Covington twice, Gilbert Burns, and Jorge Masvidal twice, and he got it from Tyron Woodley. We know in that first fight versus Leon Edwards, he was winning the fight. He won rounds 2, 3, and 4. And he was winning round 5, but Leon Edwards hit him with the kick around the world with that nice feint left punch, left high kick that knocked Kamaru Usman out cold. Now, Kamaru Usman is in a very interesting division because the welterweight division currently is a little bit stuck. You got Leon Edwards versus Belal Muhammad, which is happening later this year at UFC 304. But Kamaru Usman is looking for a fight, or I would say he's looking for a fight with a number 1 contender. And I know he does not want to fight Shavkat Rakhmonov because Kamaru Usman is training partners with him at Kill Cliff FC, and I don't think that fight would be the greatest stylistically. Now, we could do a fight for Kamaru Usman that could be the winner of Michael Venom Page versus Ian Gary. That would be an incredible fight to do. I think Ian Gary, since he's moved down to Brazil and moved away from Kill Cliff FC, would be an amazing fight to do with Kamaru Usman, as well as a Michael Venom Page fight to be a number 1 contender fight for those two. The other person that could fight Kamaru Usman at welterweight would be Jack Della Maddalena, but I also feel like that they're going to do a fight in Perth. That's going to be Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Jack Della Maddalena for the number 1 contender. Ultimately, you look at the welterweight division, it's in a very interesting place. We have, like I said, Belal Muhammad and Leon Edwards. Shavkat is not going to fight for anything other than a title or a title eliminator. Jack Della Maddalena just beat Gilbert Burns. I think one of the fights that's going to happen is Sean Brady versus Gilbert Burns. We have Ian Gary versus Michael Venom Page happening. Jeff Neal just lost. So it's very interesting. Wonderboy just lost. So it's very interesting currently right now that we have so many people that are already scheduled to fight each other or in the realm of title shot or title eliminator. And Kamaru Usman is looking for someone who's coming up. So that's why I think that either probably the most viable option is having him face the winner of Michael Venom Page versus Ian Gary, or you have him versus Jack Della Maddalena if you have a guaranteed title shot for Shavkat Rakhmonov already set up. Now, the other option for Kamaru Usman, but the option I don't think is as viable, is staying at middleweight. I don't know, because Kamaru Usman is going to be a little smaller. You look at his fight with Khamzat Chimaev, where he did look like the smaller guy in there. Paulo Costa is massive at middleweight, and I don't see how Kamaru Usman could really take a stance with Paulo Costa in there. Not saying he couldn't win, but just off a sheer size difference, it's truly a massive difference. Kamaru Usman could get some wins, but I don't think it's going to be the best thing for him to do to go up there. You know, his legs are like toothpicks. He's very short, and he has his knee problems. So I think a welterweight where he's going to be able to ragdoll these guys a little bit more easy while keeping his chin is going to be a better option for Kamaru Usman in that category. Now, ultimately, my prediction for Kamaru Usman's next fight is I think he will fight the winner of Sean Brady versus Ian Gary at UFC 306. That is my official prediction, as not as the headliner, co-headliner. They might do 3 title fights on that, but he's either going to be the 4th fight on the main card, or he's going to be that featured bout on that main card, which I do think is an incredible spot to put Kamaru Usman in. He has such a big name that he can draw pay-per-views on his own, and I think for the UFC sphere, that would be very intelligent for Dana White to put him on that pay-per-view card just to get another name value in there. I think the main event probably will be Ilya Topuria versus Max Holloway, if Max Holloway doesn't take a fight with Michael Chandler, if Conor McGregor's out. But I think Kamaru Usman versus the winner of Michael Venom Page and Ian Gary is the fight to make at welterweight. Thank you guys so much for watching this video of Fight Season MMA. Please tune in for future videos, future MMA updates, and content about different things. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Please leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notifications for when I post, and I will see you guys very soon.